Hello and welcome to Hoosier Sports Night with Mark and Mark. He's Mark Kaplan. I'm Mark Proman-Price. Mark, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty good today, but kind of sad that's our last week as seniors, as well as the last time on the show.
It's true. It's a bittersweet day for us, but I'm ready to move on.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, as you said, it's our last episode of the season, and it's been one of the more memorable years in Hoosier sports. We start last fall, where the football team was coming into the year after the death of Coach Terry Hepner with one thing on their mind: play 13. An emotional season highlighted by a thrilling win over Purdue ended with a bitter loss to Oklahoma State at the Insight Bowl in Tempe, Arizona. This spring brought new quarterback Ben Chappell and the no-huddle offense. On Saturday, fans were given a first-hand look at the 2008 Hoosiers. With a recap from the spring football game, here's Ronan O'Shea.
While last season's emotional trip to a bowl game will not soon be forgotten, the Indiana football team turned the pages to 2008 with the annual spring football game, which was won by the offense over the defense 36-34, bringing to close what this team dubbed an effective spring.
All in all, I think we accomplished the things we were trying to, and we also, you come out of the spring knowing what you have to work on once we get to August.
I think we were able to master the no-huddle. We got used to going fast but under control. So I think other than that, we just played great and just got to get better this summer.
Several starters were absent for the Hoosiers this spring, most notably wide receivers Andrew Means and Marcus Thigpen. But the suspension of starting quarterback Kellen Lewis opened the door for Ben Chappell, who impressed during his spring stint as starting quarterback.
Ben had a great spring. He put the ball in the money every time. And, just getting in sync with him was the main thing I wanted to do. And, if he knows your tendencies, then, it's a lot easier to catch routes and get balls, so it's been good.
He's doing everything that we're asking of him and more. He's a fantastic quarterback. He's smart. He does well on and off the field. And so he's done a good job this spring, and I'm proud of him.
But I thought against that defense, with the guys that we had on the field, I think Ben really had a good spring.
And while practices may have come to a close, Coach Lynch knows his team has a lot of work to do to get ready for opening night.
I've never heard a great season or a great team when it's all said and done and into December or January not look back and say it all began in the summer, because we all stayed and we worked together and developed the chemistry it takes to have a really good football team. So that's the next step, what we have to do this summer.
So the spring football schedule comes to a close for the Indiana Hoosiers. Up next, of course, the regular season. 8 home games for the Hoosiers in the fall, starting on August 30th, as they defend the Rock and try to make it 2 straight bowl games for the first time since 1990-1991. Reporting at the annual Cream and Crimson Spring Football Game, I'm Ronan O'Shea, Hoosier Sports Night.
Thanks, Ronan. It's not often that an Indiana player gets picked in the first round of the NFL draft. In fact, it hasn't happened since 1994, when wide receiver Thomas Lewis, we all remember him, was picked 24th by the Giants. Other selections in that year draft included Marshall Faulk, William McGinnis, and every college student's favorite defensive tackle, Sam Adams. But in this year's draft, there could possibly be 2 Hoosiers taken in the first round. Wide receiver James Too Hard to Guard Hardy looks to be a lock, while cornerback Tracy Porter is right at the cusp. Here with an interview with Porter is our own Katie Spencer.
While many were in attendance at the Rock for the annual Cream and Crimson scrimmage, one important player from last year made his appearance. Captain Tracy Porter was here to show his support for players and friends.
It's an odd feeling to know that you're out there participating with your teammates, participating with the guys you came in with, but I'm out here showing my support as a future alum, so, it's a great experience for me.
Well, not only was he a great player, he was a really good captain. And I think that was the one thing about Tracy, is his leadership skills really grew as he was here. And I think he took great pride in being a leader last year. He, like Hardy, had a tremendous relationship with Coach Hep. And I think that was one of the things that Hep always tried to preach to Tracy, is to take on a leadership role. And I think he took great pride in that, and I think that was kind of a mission of his after Hep passed away through the summer. I thought he did a great job of that.
For us to play the extra bowl game, and I'll be at whatever bowl game they're at. So, I'll come back to a couple of games, should we have time at my, doing what I'm doing. But, I'm definitely going to be showing my support, and I'm looking forward to playing in that bowl game.
While many say that nothing can top last year's season with the annual IU-Purdue game and their trip to the bowl, Tracy Porter has high hopes for his future and for his teammates.
A little nervous, a little both nervous and excited, but, I've been working out when I had the time. The past couple of weeks I've been traveling, going to visit other teams. So, now you're just like a sitting duck. You have to wait until next week, wait for the draft to come around, wait for your name to be called, and I'm definitely waiting for that.
While many critics say that Tracy Porter could go as high as the #1 round draft pick, many Hoosiers will be tuning in to see what the draft's actual decision will be next week. With the Hoosiers in Bloomington, I'm Katie Spencer, Hoosier Sports Night.